All right, Orlando series, baby. We're here at Starke Lake. This lake is basically in Ocoee, Apopka area. It's not a lake I've really fished. I think I've been here once before. I don't even think I caught a fish. I think I got a bite. It was so many years ago. I haven't been back. I've heard good things as far as there are big fish in this lake. I've heard they're pretty difficult to catch, and it seems, you know, there's a public boat ramp right off the lake. It's just a round lake, you know, round lake. There is a little canal that shoots you to a whole other section. I feel like that section is called a different lake. I think it was on the map, it said Prima Vista Lake or something. I don't take that or leave it. I don't know what that means if it's not technically considered Starke Lake, but this is one of the Fab Five, so I'm excited. This is a Fab Fiver, you know. And again, to reiterate the Fab Five, those are, you know, the highlighted public bodies of water in Orlando. You have Starke Lake, where we're at. There's Ivanhoe, Underhill, Clear Lake, and Turkey Lake. So far we've done Underhill. Is that it? Wow, that's it. Of the Fab Five, we've fished Underhill, and I fish Underhill here and there, off and on. So, but we're here at Starke Lake. It's if you look at the map, it's just a round body of water. It's got good depth, like 20-foot depths and stuff. From what I can see, there's somewhat clearish water. There's some eelgrass. I feel like last time I was here, there was definitely hydrilla. There are docks around the lake to fish. And man, I don't know what else to say. There's nothing much to say until we get out there and see what we're dealing with. So let's do it. Okay, so one thing it took a few minutes, but I figured it out. The water clarity, first things first. The water clarity is, if you can see my bait, it drops, I mean, 8 inches, maybe a foot at best. The water color is this very light brown color. It would be, if there was all sand bottom, what I would expect the water color to be if there was a little tinge to it. So I was paddling out, and I definitely thought we were in an area with no grass because I couldn't see down into it. And I didn't really realize at that moment that the water clarity was almost non-existent. But so right here you can see we're right on top of some pondweed that's growing up to the surface, and you can just barely see it. If it's up here at the surface, you can see it. But other than that, you know, you have no idea where the grass is. So that's just a difficulty. You can find that out. Obviously, you can throw a treble hook bait and get hung up in it and kind of toss around and figure that out. I didn't bring any of those today. It's, you know, if we rig up a big soft plastic to drag around, we can kind of start to poke around and maybe find the edges. But we have a good starting point because we have some emergent pondweed right in this area. But I was really thinking on the paddle out that it was all just nude, barren sand bottom due to the water color, but that is not at all the case. There is, you know, right as we paddled out, we saw eelgrass, we saw a little hydrilla, and we saw some pondweed. So there's obviously, you know, definitely grass in this lake, but figuring out where it is and where it extends to and all those fun things is not, that's going to be the challenge because the water clarity is non-existent. Ooh, is that a bite? There's a bite. There's a bite. Oh man, who knew? All right, little guy coming up to this dock to pitch underneath this dock. We've cruised along this grass edge. You know, you got some Kissimmee grass, lily pads mixed in, and I was just throwing a kind of a bluegill swim bait, you know, covering water and stuff. I just kind of pitched up here on a whim. Look at how white that fish is. And got a little bite, got a little Texas rig, got a little bite. All right, it's something, it's not nothing. First Starke Lake fish. Here you go, buddy. Okay, so this we shot through the little canal, and this is I guess it's called Prima Vista Lake. So it's, you know, a little small slender lake that goes back. There's docks, and you know, there's some good depth, so I figure maybe we fish a little deeper here and see if we got some fish pulled out deep hanging out. We're gonna slow drag a worm or something like that. We'll see how it goes. The water clarity is the exact same as Starke Lake, non-existent, and with this kind of light browny particulate color. Ooh, is that a bite? There we go. There we go. There's another one. What do we got here? Oh, another little tiny bass. It's a skinny one as well. Okay, so yeah, very skinny. Little guy, same crazy white color. Very pale. There you go, buddy. But okay, here's something though. This is this lake, you know, over here in Prima Vista, what we have is like kind of two sections, and right in here there's a mini point here, and then there's a mini point right here basically. So there's kind of a, you know, shallow hump that forms in between these two deeper sections. So usually, and I fish a lot of lakes that kind of have this it's almost kind of kidney bean shaped, if you will. And usually this is a good spot. You know, it's a good hump in the middle of the lake. It's a spot where grass will usually grow because it could be shallower here, and fish would just push bait up onto these spots. So, but we were fishing shallow when we got that bite, but it's something. It's something. Ooh, there's a bite. There we go. That one felt good. Oh, not a big one. Maybe they're getting a touch bigger though. Just a hair bigger than the last. He thumped it though. Okay. Another little guy. Definitely under a pound. It's slow going, man, but and there's plenty of Kissimmee grass and lily pads and docks, and it seems if I just make enough pitches, I get, you know, eventually we get a bite. So that's number 3 of the day. Let this fish go again, back from whence he came. There you go, buddy. Woo. So the wind's definitely picking up. It's supposed to be pretty windy today. Came out of Prima Vista. We caught our last 2 little guys back in there, and the wind was whipping through there. It was pretty crazy. So I'm gonna call it a day, because there's nowhere to really hide from the wind in this lake, you know. It's just a big round circle. So once it starts kicking up, it's gonna be pretty brutal. But caught some fish, man, nothing spectacular. I'm excited. I guess I didn't have a lot of hope, and we got 3 bites. They were all up shallow, right along like Kissimmee grass and lily pads, where those were mixed in, which is basically seems to be the whole lake that I've seen. So maybe we'll probably pop back out here another time or two, check it out. If I could figure out where grass edges were, maybe I could attack some deeper stuff and get lucky and catch better quality fish. But today was just, man, there's 3 little guys. That was it. So these things happen. It's probably what happened the first time I was out here, which is why it took me so long to get back out here, man. It's stingy. It's stingy out here. But till next time.